Oh snap! What's that you got on? Yo, these new R.ones by Randy.
I'm in the future with this. I'm stepping on top of the world. These are the new R.ones by Rampage. Order right now. Land to land, sea to sea, state to state. These are official. Don't wait. The R.ones by Rampage. Rated R Empire.
Hey, go into the description box right now and get your Rated R Empire sneakers right now. And when you cop your pair, let them know that Sandman and Old God from the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast sent you.
All right, so let's talk about this and some breaking news I wanted to, talk to you guys about, and that's Deion Sanders is preparing to leave and take the head coaching job at Colorado, having spent the past week recruiting staff and players to the school. He is expected to leave Jackson State University following the SWAC title game. And if you look at, um, the comments, a lot of people are, writing a lot of things here on Twitter. I get let you guys, look at it right there. And someone put you leaving SWAC coach. I thought a revolution came to college football, man. I thought black folk was commuting to building power for black folk. Blessings to you. But this hurts. So a lot of people are devastated because it looks like that good old coach Prime, that good old coach Prime took the bag, the bag over progress. Now, if you guys can remember his message, it was, we need to come to these, more of us need to stop going to all these other colleges and build up the HBCUs. Let's build up the HBCUs. Too much of our talent's going over here. Too much of our talent going over here. And for a point in time, it was working. People, I think he had like a couple of the top recruits moving and saying, all right, I'm not going to Florida State. I'm not going to Nebraska. I'm not going to USC. I'm not going to LSU. I'm going to a traditionally black college, a Delaware State, Clark Atlanta, all these different, black colleges, Grambling. It was starting to look like it was on the up and up. Then all of a sudden, right, the floor falls. The floor falls from beneath everything, right? And Coach Prime looking like a straight up and down stone cold hypocrite. Stone cold. And I can see how it can hurt a lot of people because that's something that we needed. We needed because you look at a lot of the HBCUs, some, not all, a lot of them, are beginning to lose a lot of funding. People are not, they don't see the value of going there anymore. But when you look at a lot of these colleges, and I'm not preaching to the choir, I'm sure a lot of you know this, most, if not all, of the income comes from the sporting programs, right? The the basketball teams, the football teams, the things like that. Those type of things bring in a lot of revenue, hundreds of millions of dollars of revenue in. So if you're able to get the top recruits from all over the country to start to commit to, Jackson State, to start to commit to all these different, black colleges, then that just boosts up black colleges and gives them more money. And, pretty much they're able to compete on a higher level now because when you look at, a lot of them games ain't televised. Like I said, the funding is dying in a lot of these places, and people are choosing to go to places where, you know, um, they can get to the NFL or the NBA or the MLB. They can get there a little bit easier. They feel like they can get there easier if they're going to a USC, if they're going to a LSU because they're big, prominent colleges. What Dion was supposed to be doing is spearheading, the movement to say, all right, you know what? Let's not do that. Similar to like, somebody coming in and saying, all right, we're going to start our own league. We don't really need the NBA no more. We're going to the big three. Or we don't need, the NFL no more. We're going to start our own league over here, the BFL, the Black Football League. You know what I mean? Or whatever the case may be. But now you got this. I'll be like Ice Cube, right? And Ice Cube was just talking about, how the NBA was hating on him and whatnot. That'd be like Ice Cube. Obviously his product is not the NBA's product, right? It's totally different than the NBA. Obviously, we understand that, right? However, it is an alternative for players who may be retired or may not be able to find work in the NBA or Canadian leagues and go overseas. They want to play in the big three. The big three is now getting national TV contracts. It could really turn into something if they started getting the right type of players to commit over there. But the NBA is seeing something in that, like, okay, it's 3-on-3 now, but if it continues to grow, if sponsorship grows, and enough prominent players go over there and play, then this is possibly something that could be competing with us in the next 15 to 20 years, maybe 30, 40 years. We don't want that. So let's snuff that out right now, right? Imagine if LeBron said, you know what, I'm done. Imagine if, whoever, Kyrie said, you know what, I'm going to play at the big three. Or this person said, I'm going to play at the big three. It may not be as much money at first, but it's a sacrifice. And those dudes already made hundreds of millions of dollars, right? But it's opening up the door for now. Okay, this person goes, that person goes. Next thing you know, the big three could be competing with the NBA. It ain't gonna happen overnight. Let's just say the XFL. I think The Rock owns the XFL. Let's say if Jay-Z brought the XFL, right? And Jay-Z started beginning to build that up, and who knows, maybe 20, 30 years it could rival the NFL. You just never know. You got to get the level of competition up. And then not only the level of competition, the sponsorships begin to grow. And then once you get the sponsors to come in, it's a ball game. So this was huge, huge what Deion was doing because he set a precedent. And now I think he sends the wrong message to the children of the school. And the message I think that he sends, and I hope that I'm wrong, is that when that bag comes, when a big enough bag comes, abandon all. Abandon all that you said, all the words that you said, all the stuff that you stood for. Abandon that. Get that bag. I'm going to help Colorado, right? I'm going to help them. I would love, and he would, I think we already reached out. He declined the interview. Cool, right? I would love to ask Deion about that, why he chose to move on. And I'm sure he's going to give a generic statement at a point in time, but I would love to know. I'm sure the people would love to know why you ditched your values and the stuff that you told all those kids in the school about. Forget them colleges. Don't go to Michigan. Don't go to Penn State. Don't go to Ohio State. Come to a traditionally all black college and let's build this thing up. Let's build up what we got up. But okay, I get a $5 million bag. Phew, gone. What message does that send? I'm gonna defer to y'all. What message? What message does that send to the people, to the children? Let me know what message it sends. I would love to know. Very disappointed when I seen that. And we know Colorado is, I'm pretty sure, is a more predominantly white college. So are we telling the kids it's okay to sell out for the bag, Coach Prime? Or maybe I'm looking at the wrong way. Maybe he set the precedent and it's time for him to move on. But I kind of don't see it that way. I really see it as something that he should have stuck with and stayed with, for a long period of time. But now, what gives, the number one, number two, number three, number four recruit the incentive to want to go, to his college or another college? What gives him the incentive? It all looks fake, Coach Prime. And I hope that I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'll come back and admit it. But somebody got to speak the real. With a name like Hip Hop Uncensored, you got to speak the real. You have to. You have to. Because nobody else is going to do it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Video, as always, is brought to you by hiphopun.com. Hiphopun.com is our official website. The link is in the description box. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. All those links are conveniently located in the description box. I want to hear what you guys got to say in the comment section. Fire them joints away. Man. All right, man. You have a beautiful day. Peace.